Hello and welcome back to Crash Bandicoot with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Puggy. So, there is one more level we can go to before we get to Dr. Neo Cortex. And, yeah. This one requires all the gems in order to actually get the other ending to the game, shall we say, the 100% ending. This is the true ending because I think only 2 of the characters and maybe 3 of the characters are canon, I don't know. But anyway, let's face the final boss, Dr. Neo Cortex himself. Yes, so basically this is what is, in my opinion, the hardest Dr. Neo Cortex boss in the whole trilogy. Seriously. Because you are given very little maneuverability on top of his blimp, and what Cortex will do is shoot these purple balls at you from his ray gun, and then eventually send out a green laser ball, and then you are supposed to, well, avoid all the purple ones and under the purple ones or jump over them and pretty much send back the green ones, and it gets harder and harder. Again, this is the final boss, but that's a given. But yeah, as I say, I consider this the hardest Cortex boss, especially from the second phase onwards, because what Cortex will do is that he will send various purple balls going along the top and the bottom, and given that Crash does not have the crouching maneuver, it is very hard for me to maneuver around there and get all the things. And keep in mind also that Crash must also, yes, he must also spin back more than one of the green bolts the second phase onwards to create a bigger thing. On the second phase, it is 2 green bolts back at Cortex. I believe from the third one, it may be more than 2, so I don't know. And also, note that the purple energy balls move up and down from the second phase onwards as well. And also, Cortex will be sending out purple energy balls towards Crash, so yeah, and if he gets hit by one, he pretty much gets blipped. Yeah, that's the best explanation I can give. Yeah, it's as if Thanos had got all of the Infinity Stones and pretty much decided to kill half the life in the universe. Oh wait, no, that's what happened in Infinity War, isn't it? So never mind, yeah. Sometimes you are given a bit more leeway to get around there. And you are, like with most bosses in Crash 1, able to get Aku masks plural. If you keep dying to this boss, I know I am. I'm keeping my first run in because, to be honest, I do want to show how tough this boss can actually be. So yeah, and they're moving them down, it's hard to tell where they're going. So yeah, I almost big jumped over that one, and I don't know what happened there, but yeah. Also, the green orb can be rather annoying to deal with as well, because you're trying to avoid the purple ones, obviously. So yeah, so now we have to get 3 green ones, and yeah, there's a well and truly blip there. And of course, like always, you see Uka Uka in the shadows there. I believe in Crash 2, he actually does show up in the screen there. So, since I died so much to this boss, I indeed was able to get 2 Aku masks out of pity here, so yeah. So, let's indeed lose 1 Aku mask and pretty much die. Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't want to waste my Aku masks on the first phase of against Cortex. Seriously, I do not. That is just pretty much gaming suicide here. I would not do that. Yeah, seriously. So, jump over the balls. Again. Also, I dare say, this also suffers from the game's... Okay, apparently was able to shoot the second green one right at me. That was good timing there. This game also suffers from the scripting as well, because, of course, at this point in the franchise, in the original game, Clancy Brown was not the voice of Dr. Neo Cortex. It was actually Brendan O'Brien, who was also the voice of Engine and Embryo and Tiny Tiger. So yeah, the whole "darn you Crash Bandicoot" line just sounds really weird coming from Lex Lang's Cortex. Anyway, on the when he loses 3 lots of his health, what will happen is Cortex will start rapid firing his gun. So yeah, which means they can be a bit easier to dodge. And on the very last phase, he just sends out 1 green ball, and he's done. Yep, that's the end of Dr. Neo Cortex, or so we think. And that was Crash Bandicoot. Yes, a very good game indeed. As I say, the HD version certainly is a lot better than the original version of Crash Bandicoot on the PS1, not least due to the easing of the difficulty around getting the gems, not to mention the fact that Crash's movements are mostly based off of those of Crash 2 rather than Crash 1, which I do appreciate, although that can be iffy when you're dealing with the bridge levels. So yeah, most of the voice acting I do like, even though I did allude to some of Cortex's lines being not as well delivered or over the top as in the original, but then that was the mid-90s, so I can forgive that there, as I say. But, yeah, I have already, of course, there at least, done my Crash Bandicoot 2 Let's Play. I will eventually upload that to YouTube. In fact, I'll probably upload that to YouTube after I have uploaded this Let's Play to YouTube. So, yeah, so look forward to seeing that. As for any other games I'm going to do, I'm thinking of doing Crash 3. I don't know, this project has been a lot easier for me to actually do because there is less dialogue than in, say, something like the Spyro games. So yeah, I think I will do Crash 3. However, the main problem is that I have not completed that game due to me being stuck on one of the hardest levels in the game. One you unlock by getting all of the relics as well in the game as well. Well, no, all 25 relics, not all relics we're talking about. By getting 25 relics in either the main levels or the other unlockable levels. But we'll get to that. So, that's pretty much Crash 1. I am going to cover, before I finish this Let's Play, some of the things. I did start doing that in the last episode, but I did want to cover Cortex. So I will cover that in some bonus episodes. And I am going to re-record the footage of, dare I say, Stormy Ascent. Yes, because, to be honest, I was not happy with my original recording of Stormy Ascent because I never finished it. Understandably, because it was very tough, but I am going to try and do Stormy Ascent, maybe as a live recording, as I say, but, yeah, so that'll be that. So, I will hopefully upload the gem pathways, and also footage of fumbling in the dark as well a little later. So, I will